And you're listening to Communities Live on Sheffield Live Radio 93.2 FM with me, Susie Casson and T-Boy. And we're joined in the studio by Paula McCloskey and Lauren Clarke from Site Gallery. Welcome both. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Great. So first of all, can I ask, where is the Site Gallery?
So Site Gallery is right next door to you. So we're on Brown Street, right in the city centre. So that's next door to the workstation and just almost opposite Sheffield Hallam University Student Union.
Great, fantastic. And how did the gallery come into being?
It's got a really interesting past. So Site Gallery will be celebrating its 40th anniversary soon, which is really exciting for us. But it evolved organically into the creative hub that it is today. And it actually started out in Walkley as a photographer-run space. And for the last 20 years, it's been at Brown Street and has changed over that time. But now it's a contemporary art space with a focus on new media, film, and contemporary art. So yeah, there's a really interesting period in the history of the gallery where it provided training in new technologies such as Photoshop and film editing, and now today it's a contemporary art space.
Fantastic. And it's a really exciting time at the moment because the gallery is expanding, which is great news.
Yeah, it's really exciting. There's lots going on. It's a big moment for the gallery and for Sheffield, which is great. We actually closed the doors to the public gallery on the 10th of March so that we could start work on our expansion project. And the project will see the gallery space treble in size, which means we can organise bigger big group exhibitions, and offer more space for experimentation through artist residencies. And we will also have dedicated events and learning space for the people of Sheffield and beyond to get involved. So we'll be inviting school groups into the gallery and families in, and it could be an opportunity for local businesses to hire the space and work with us. So yeah, we're very excited. And of course, an amazing cafe, a new shop with loads of great products and important. And yeah, we even have new loos, which for some reason is really exciting for us. We've been roughing it for a while. So yeah, it's a really exciting time. Really exciting.
Brilliant. So the Site Gallery starts where the workstation ends. Are you going to go right down to the end of the road? Right down
to where, so if you know Brown Street, so right down to the Rutland Pub, the opposite of the Rutland Pub, so where the Yorkshire Art Space is, on the corner, we will be right to the end. So it's a big space, a big space to fill with some amazing art, actually. Yeah,
fantastic.
It is wonderful for the city.
And right in the heart of the media quarter, isn't it, where the BBC is as well. Fantastic. So can you tell us a bit more about what's happening while the gallery's closed?
Right, yes. So this is another new part of our activity. So we have lots of exciting projects on the horizon, and central to this is this whole idea that Site Gallery goes on the road, that we go off-site, that we link more with the communities in Sheffield. So we'll be looking at a series of events, exhibitions and activities in the city in different locations. So kind of taking the white cube gallery space out into the city. And a key to this whole thing is we've been gifted a white van by the council, which is fantastic. It's an old youth service van. And part of this van we're looking to reimagine and modify with a group of young people that we work with at Site Gallery. It's an opportunity for us to have a mobile gallery space while the main gallery is shut for the next year. And we'll be reaching parts of the city that we haven't worked in before or wouldn't normally get to, and opening up access to contemporary art in the city with this mobile gallery space, which is great. And that's all funded by the Paul Hamlin Foundation. It's this next year, while the main gallery space is closed, that we will be putting on events within the city to actually help get people involved in the gallery.
That's wonderful, isn't it? Really taking art out to the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So it's like a really, really exciting opportunity, because it means that it's going to be able to get out. Galleries are going to be able to come to people. Contemporary art's going to be able to go out to people in communities and run events and workshops and work with gallery and artists and practitioners.
Yeah, it's a wonderful idea, isn't it? So where and when can people expect to see the van? Sorry.
So the next stage for the van is that from this weekend, the young people at the gallery, so we have this wonderful group of young people who've been working with us at the gallery for the past few years, and they're 14 to 19-year-olds. And what they do, they get really involved within the whole, within the running of the gallery, and they get involved with commissioning artists as well as making stuff themselves and putting on their own young people's events. So they've led a commissioning of architects. So we selected from, we put out invitations to European, London and Sheffield architects to help us reimagine this van into a mobile gallery. And the young people commissioned Public Works from London, who are this incredibly interesting architect organisation from London, and they're coming up from Saturday, running a 7-hour workshop with our young people, where they're going out with us and young people and the van to start mapping the city. So you might see us on Saturday at different parts in the city with a van looking very much like a white van. I'll be driving it, and we'll be going to different areas in Sheffield. So we'll be going from, well, Lauren, you know where we're going.
Yeah, so going from Callum Island, and then we'll be going up through, so kind of like Castle Market area, so looking at areas as well, so a real variation of the city, so, and then walking up and going through up to like Division Street, and then like London Road and all those kind of areas as well, and then Park Hill. So I think, we're trying to really just map out how diverse Sheffield is and how much it's got scope and opportunity as well, and that there are these little creative hubs.
Yeah. So a big event for us in the first weekend in July will be at Victoria Quays, where we're hoping to launch the van in its new, as it's transformed from a white van into a mobile gallery space. So that will be, so if you look out on our website, then there'll be more information about these events as they come up. And we're hoping to get tram lines as well this year as well, which would be great. So these are and as more things, as we work with Public Works, the architects and the young people over the next few weeks and a couple of months, we'll start to put more things on our website about exactly where the van will be and how you can get involved.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So can I ask you both finally, what are you enjoying most about being involved with the van project?
I think it's really exciting to be able to engage outside of a gallery setting, and I think that's really, it's really unique to this project that it's going to be able to go out, and contemporary art isn't, bringing this, like you said, this white kind of cube setting out into these different communities, and also getting young people, so it's like Society of Explorers that working with and trying to like run this project, but also that more young people can get involved when they like look at the website, but that they're going to be able to not only engage with contemporary art, but then also work with practitioners, work with artists, and actually have an involvement with it, which I think is really special, and that they're going to be able to get their voice out there as well.
Yeah, just to reiterate everything Lauren said, it's just really exciting. It's a new way of working for a contemporary art space to work with the city as we expand, is to actually make the artists who come into Sheffield and make the art gallery work harder for the people of Sheffield, and particularly because it's young people focused, and it's about working with communities at a time where it feels like it's really important to connect communities, and for organisations like Site Gallery to connect with those communities. We feel very privileged to be involved actually and work with these wonderful young people. So if you'd like to get involved, we give the website.
Yes,
please. That'd be really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to get in touch and get involved with the van or anything else, or hear more about what's going on at Site Gallery, so it's www.sitegallery.org.
Fantastic. It sounds really exciting. So although the gallery's closed, you're busier than ever.
Yeah, we're extremely busy. Yeah. We keep saying that ourselves, we're extremely busy, but it's a great time for us. Yeah,
brilliant, and quite a grand opening, I would imagine, when the Site Gallery
opens.
Definitely.
There will definitely be a big opening and lots of events and parties, and then like we said before, we're coming up to a 40th anniversary, so it's a really important moment for the gallery, but also for Sheffield, and
just celebrating, contemporary art that, in Sheffield, and that, it's going off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much for coming in. That sounds absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much.